Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. I'm Emerging Boat, and today we are going to get into another scenario. I think we're going to do scenario number 10 today, Mountain Pass. We return to Gloomhaven, so the first thing that we need to do is draw a city event. Also, actually, before I get into this, huge shout out to the developer of this. Lurkers or Lurkars or something like that is their username on GitHub, but they have been amazing with responding to some of the bugs that I left in this, some feedback. Like within a few hours, they fixed some of the things I'd asked about, which was like some of the city events not removing from the decks when they were resolved, events not being added when players retired. Like there was a few small things that I added, and just like immediately those things were taken care of. So thank you so much for being responsive to that. That just makes me want to use this even more, because it's just there's obviously a lot of love and care put into this. Okay, we have city event 15. Let me pull up Foreteller.
The acrid smell of smoke assaults your senses. The university's southern annex is on fire. Citizens are fleeing every direction in panic, hindering relief efforts. If no one intervenes, it's likely to spread. And the town guard hasn't yet arrived.
You're going to do something, right?
A pair of street denizens rushes up to you, ready to assist. One is an older gentleman who looks a bit crazed, but his build suggests a strength about him. The other is a meek younger woman who looks quick on her feet.
Tell us where to go, and we'll help.
Distribute your characters, along with the older gentleman and the younger woman, among the following tasks: herding the panicking citizens, entering the burning building to rescue people, attempting to temper the flames. When everyone is assigned to tasks, flip this card over.
Ooh, alright, this is exciting. We're gonna have to deal everybody out. Okay, grab some dice so I can actually like remember which things I'm picking here. Let's send Desmond, our Sawbones, into the burning building to help rescue people. I feel like he's gonna want to try to save people. Then let's have Raphael go and, what was the first one? Herd the panicking citizens, because he can use potentially mind control, maybe help get the citizens to go where they need to go. For Dwayne, the Cragheart, I'm debating if I want him to go into the burning building or attempt to help temper the flames. Let's have him go with the flames, just because I think I at least want one of my characters at each of like the sites here. Then Satha is also going to go with Raphael to herd the panicking citizens. The old man is strong, so maybe we put him going into the burning building to help rescue people. And then the younger woman, maybe she can also help with the flames. Okay, got my dice set with numbers, so hopefully I actually remember what this is. When everyone is assigned, flip this card over, read section 75.4. All right, resolve each of the following based on the characters assigned to each task. The old man counts as strong and chaotic, and the young woman counts as nimble and resourceful. Herding the crowd. This was just Raphael and Satha. Add up the persuasive, intimidating, and resourceful you have. Then subtract one for each chaotic. Okay, Raphael has persuasive, Satha has persuasive and intimidating, so that's 3. None of them have chaotic, so that is 3. C, I guess C in this case is the number of characters assigned to just this task. Okay, so that's 2 minus 1, so 3 is greater than 1, yes. Okay, so we succeed. You lead the scared citizens away from the chaos in an orderly fashion. With the crowd calmed, it's easier for the rescuers to do their work. Rewards, add 1 to the other 2 checks. Okay, let me get more dice. Actually, okay, I can remember that one. Rescue people from the burning building. This was our Sawbones, Desmond, and the crazy guy. Add up the strong, nimble, resourceful, and savants you have. Ooh, I should have sent Dwayne in here. Subtract 1 for every harrower or armored you have. We do have resourceful on Desmond. And then the crazy guy has strong, so that's 2. Do these count as characters? Well, either way, I mean, so if this was just... Yeah, we have our sum is 2, C minus 1 is either going to be 0 or 1, so in either case, we're good. The heat licks at your face as you make your way through the fire. Every object you're carrying feels 10 times as heavy, and the ragged air clutches at your insides. You find a group of people hiding in a closet and direct them out just in time. The floor collapses just as they make it out. Each character present at this task gains 5 experience. Ooh, nice. Okay, Desmond's going to get 5 experience. Oh, also, we would have gotten an extra check mark from the previous check. Lastly, we have Temper the Flames. Add up the arcane and resourceful you have. Cragheart has... Oh, Cragheart does have arcane. And then the woman has resourceful. Okay, so that's 2, 3 from the first task. Okay, we should be good there. You can use everything. You use everything in your power to calm the raging fire. It's only thanks to you that the neighboring buildings don't catch light. Gain 1 prosperity. Fuck yeah. Okay. I was going to say there wasn't a whole lot that happened there, but I mean, getting 1 prosperity is pretty nice. Resolve this. Resolve event. And we will add 1 prosperity. We're almost at prosperity 3. Nice. And then we can gain 5 experience as well with Desmond. Aha! That's going to put him at level 2. Nice. Woohoo! Okay, let me go back to this because we'll just do the level up now. We also have an extra perk from the mastery. This is very fun. Okay, let's take a look at our card options here for Desmond moving to level 2. On the left, we have Precaution. The top action is grant all allies and self shield 1, and then each ally may move the character token backward 1 slot on 1 active prescription they have. And this persists for the round, so that shield is a round thing. Then the bottom action is a ward, target 2 at range 1, and this is at initiative 9. Then the other option is Hamstring. The top action is an attack 4, immobilize, gain an experience. The bottom action is a move 6 and then immobilize self, and the initiative is 72. So we're seeing options based on if you want to lean into more of a support build with Precaution, or if you want to lean into more of an attack melee build with Hamstring. Precaution is nice. I wonder how that top is going to feel early on in a scenario, because you know, let's say in the first room, you might want to use that top action for the shield just because you want to mitigate some damage, but you're not really going to get much effect out of that second ability, where each ally may move the character token backward on 1 prescription. So that's probably better going into subsequent rooms, or maybe it's just you wait a couple turns and then use it. Yeah, I'm just curious about the flow of that one. But the bottom action of that, ward, target 2, range 1, that's probably usually going to be you're giving yourself ward and then an adjacent ally. Although maybe you get yourself in a case where you can give ward to 2 different allies. But both of those blend very well to that very fast initiative at 9. I think that would also be the second fastest card we would have. I'll probably take Hamstring here just because I am trying to go more for the melee damage dealing build. That attack 4 is really an attack 5 if I'm targeting a damaged enemy and I have that 1 card, I don't remember the name of it, that allows me to add +1 to all my attacks targeting a damaged enemy. So that would be pretty nice. That is similar to the single target damage that we were doing with the Silent Knife. And then situationally, it could be nice to have that move 6, although that immobilize self at the bottom of that is pretty penalizing. So not sure how much I'd be using that, but we also do have some ways to be able to remove negative conditions from ourselves. So I think we could try to get around that. But I will take Hamstring here. For our perks, we have 2 perks to pick because we got that mastery from last episode and we just leveled up. So I'm going to take replace 1 -1 card with 1 +1 card twice. We're going to be doing melee attacks, so we're going to be needing to try to get some positive cards in our attack modifier deck. So I'm happy about that. It is honestly a little tempting to take this one that says each city phase after completing a scenario, you or 1 ally's donation to the Sanctuary of the Great Oak is free, because I am going to be donating pretty often, and I might be about to donate right now. So that could save me a lot of gold in the long run. But I just really value these things that allow us to remove negative cards, and in this case, being able to replace it with a positive card is amazing. So I'm still going to stick with that. I am going to donate 10 gold to the Great Oak, and we are done with Desmond. We did level up with Raphael as well. So he's at level 6. Take a look at those cards. On the left, we have Telepathic Command. The top action is grant 1 of your summons attack +0, gain invisibility. And the bottom action is move 4 and then grant 1 of your summons move 4. And this is at initiative 17. The other card we could take is Dark Frenzy. Top action is attack 3, and then if you consume ice or dark, you get +2 attack and 1 experience. You can do both of them for +4 attack and 2 experience. Then the bottom action is a move 3, then control 2 enemies within range 4, move 1, and then if you consume the ice, the controlled enemies each suffer 1 damage and you gain an experience, and this is at initiative 39. Last episode, I respect into the summon specialty because I wanted to try that out to be able to get a feel for how it's working. So I am definitely going to be taking telepathic command here because it's very clearly meant for summons. If you're not really using your summons, this is not going to do a whole lot for you. Dark Frenzy, on the other hand, it looks like a pretty good card. We don't have a lot of ways of infusing dark yet, but you should have a number of ways of infusing ice. So potentially you could get this up to an attack 7, and then depending on what other augments you have, maybe this is an attack 8, or maybe it's attack 7 at range 2, or something along those lines. So it can be a very beefy attack. You do need to do a little bit of setup for it. And then that bottom action is similar to the bottom of Submissive Affliction, although honestly, in some cases, I might prefer to have the bottom of Submissive Affliction. It is nice to be able to control 2 enemies instead of 1 with that movement, but you can't enhance the movement on Dark Frenzy, which is unfortunate because I have really gotten a lot of value out of enhancing the +1 movement for controlling for the bottom of Submissive Affliction, and you are having the damage that you deal with that controlled enemies, or rather, it's only 1 damage per enemy instead of a single enemy getting 2 damage. I really like using this for just single target high shielded enemies, so I like the control ability on the bottom of Submissive Affliction more than Dark Frenzy, but having that movement with it is nice, the fact that you can move too. So not something I have to worry about because I am just going to be taking Telepathic Command here. For our perk, I'm just going to close out this row where we have replace a +0 with a +1 with extra effects on it, so I'll take that. And then, I mean, Raphael does need to buy another enhancement at some point, but why not? Let's have him donate one more time. Good there. Let's go to Dwayne. Dwayne doesn't have anything else to catch up on, so we'll just donate with him too. Why not? And then how much money does Satha have? Satha's got 40 gold. She will donate as well. All right, we're doing pretty solid on that. Nice. Yeah, one more donation and we're going to go up a prosperity. And we only have 2 increases of prosperity until we get to prosperity 3, which is really nice. I think at that point, that's when we start, we can start our characters at level 2. Ooh, I almost forgot. Because we leveled up with Desmond, we get to unlock scenario 57. There we go. Okay, maybe we'll do that one in the next episode, potentially. Before we jump into the scenario and the road event and all that stuff, I'm going to go down to +1 difficulty. My brain is it's a little fried today. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing +2 difficulty. But we'll drop it down a little bit. I also don't think the solo would have an impact right now. Yeah, solo's not really changing anything. Let's take a look at Gloomhaven full stack to see where our scenario is. We are going to have to go northwest of Gloomhaven. I guess going up this, Stone Road, I think. Up into the Copperneck Mountains to do Scenario 10 Mountain Pass. Let's come back to Secretariat. Let's go ahead and draw a road event. We have road event number 1. Oh wait, no, I did this one last time. Hold on. Okay, removed that, shuffled it. Now we should be good. We have road event 3.
Don't come any closer. On penalty of death. Your death. From unluckiness.
Standing up the road is a stout quattro with various cushions and pillows strapped to his body. The configuration seems to make it difficult for him to breathe.
I'm warning you. I am dangerously unlucky. Approach at your own risk.
As if to emphasize the point, he promptly falls over, smashing his nose into the ground. A trickle of blood runs down his face.
Oh no. Oh, that's blood.
At the sight of it, he gives a half stumble, then promptly passes out in the road. You prop him up to be comfortable, then splash cool water across his face. He wakes up with a start,
No, you're too near me. You'll get the curse. I'm the unluckiest quattril that ever lived. You need to stay back.
Option A. Assure him you're here to help however you can. Option B. Kill the quattril to release him from his accursed fate.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh man, I hate that the options are either help him or kill him, because I feel like helping him is just going to backfire on us, but I don't want to kill him. I'll go with option A. Okay. Hey, that actually feels better. I might be uncursed. He gives a celebratory jump, but stubs his toe on a rock in the process. Maybe he's still a little unlucky. Check a box below. The party may then collectively remove any number of bless cards from their attack modifier decks to check that many boxes. Finally, one character may gain one additional curse to check one additional box. Each character starts the next scenario with curse. Well, we should have... When does the bless from the donations take effect? I mean, I assume those blesses should be in our deck now, so how many boxes do we need to check here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got some sections to read, though, so maybe... Alright, I don't know if I'm doing this the right way, but let's start... Let's just check all the boxes. Well, let me check up to 3 boxes first, and then I guess maybe I can continue. So I will remove the blesses from, say, Desmond's deck to start. So we'll get 2 boxes there, then we read section 17.3. It says, I bought all kinds of stuff to try to stop the curse from spreading. Some things worked, some stuff didn't. Like a hat made of smoke that blew away. Wasted 50 gold, frankly. Or this glass eye. This one worked okay. Sometimes it blinks at me, weirds me out. Hey, come to think of it, you should have it for helping share the burden. Gain Lucky Eye, item number 105. Okay, now we'll grab that item after we finish these boxes. Let's just check the remainder of these. So we're going to keep 1 bless. We'll keep 1 bless in Raphael's deck. But we remove all the other blesses that we had from those donations. And now we move to 34.4. Can you feel that? Grab that rock. Throw it at me. I'm just changing this person's voice constantly. You do so, and he effortlessly dodges out of the way. I'm free. That's the last of the curse. You did it. I can go back to living my life as a productive member of society without fear that I am going to burn down a building while making a salad or kill a horse trying to pick up the mail. This is fantastic. I could kiss you, but I won't for fear of the curse passing back to me. He strips out of his pillow armor, supposedly lucky trinkets rattling to the ground all around him. He grabs something off the ground, handing it to you. Here, you should have this as a token of my gratitude. Gain 1 prosperity and then gain 1 random item design. Remove road event 3 from the road deck. Woohoo! Another prosperity. Okay, let me get all this sorted out in Secretariat. Okay, the random item design that we drew is the Scroll of Healing. During your turn, perform heal 3 at range 5. So I guess we'll apply that, and that should be available in the shop now. And then Lucky Eye that we got is a small item, and it says during your turn, perform strengthen, target all within range 1. That is awesome, especially when I'm playing with 4 characters. I'm giving this to Desmond. I debated about if I wanted to give it to Desmond or Satha because both of them would do really well with it. But I'm going to give it to Desmond just because he has fewer items, and he is going to be around the longest out of all the characters we have in our party right now, since he's the newest. We'll go out to this, and then we will go to our scenario introduction. Actually, I'll set scenario first here.
A bunch of ranchers in the Kopanek Mountains have lost entire herds this season, and according to Spymaster Arjay's intelligence network, the locals are blaming a dragon. It's obviously some folksy superstition, but Arjay's asked you to investigate anyway. As long as Gloomhaven's military is paying for your mission, it doesn't really matter. They provide you with climbing gear and a sled for your trip, and you set out for Ice Crag Peak, the tallest mountain in the Kopanek Range. To get there, though, you need to get through the Northern Pass, a narrow corridor that's known for both its frequent avalanches and its marauding bands of Inox. You travel carefully through the pass, watching high above you for any signs of an ambush. This wariness is all that saves you from being crushed by a sudden hail of boulders rumbling down the cliffside. You dive away as the rocks hit, then look back up to see a group of Inox emerging from a concealed cave, ornate weapons in hand. They had clearly intended to kill you with the rocks, but it seems your survival has motivated them to pursue a more conventional method of murder.
Oh boy. All right. Scenario goals. The scenario is complete when all enemies in it are dead. At the end of that round, read section 25.4. Special rules. Set the round tracker to 1. At the end of the 6th round and each round after that, each character occupying tile 1D or 2H or any corridor tiles connecting those two tiles suffer hazardous terrain damage. All right, cool. Let's check out our scenario. Now for our battle goals, we'll start with Desmond. Desmond has 3 options. We have Pincushion, be targeted by attacks from 3 or more enemies in the same round. We have Dawdler, never use your lowest initiative played card as your initiative card. Hate that. And Ascetic, collect fewer loot tokens than any other character. The only one that I feel comfortable taking is Ascetic because we are level 2. We are going to be brutalized if we try to take attacks from 3 enemies in the same round. For Raphael, we have Insomniac, suffer damage from an attack in the same round that you long rest. Daredevil, add 2 cards to your lost pile before your first rest. And Accountant, have 0 cards in your hand each time you rest. I mean, I could take Accountant, that wouldn't be too bad. But I'm just going to take Insomniac because I don't know, less for me to think about. Plus, I don't think we've done that one yet. For Dwayne, we have Rambler and no more than 3 of your turns in the hex in which you started the turn, except when long resting. It's annoying to pay attention to. Specialist, so never perform a basic action. And then Acrobat, lose a card to negate suffering 5 or more damage. A Specialist wouldn't be too bad, although there are some bottom loss actions I do like to just use basic move 2s on sometimes. I'm going to take Acrobat. And lastly, we have Satha with Workhorse, gain 13 or more experience before any bonus scenario experience. We have Ravager, perform 2 actions with lost icons in the same turn. And we have Scrambler, never long rest. I'm going to take Workhorse. I just think that's a fun one to kind of work towards. We'll do our Mercenary loadouts. For this first round, I am going to start with Raphael. We're going to have him go invisible and get the Gnawing Horde summon out so we can start getting some damage and some poison out on some enemies. Then we'll have Satha go and take Command out, and we'll get a small attack off with Bring Them Down, do an attack 2 at range 3, and then we will use that Strengthen to strengthen the Mindthief. Right after Satha will be Dwayne, who is going to do the bottom of Solidify to be able to get some shield onto Satha. And then we will use the top of Rock Slide, mainly to get some muddle on those Earth Demons who I imagine will be moving in. I am also doing it to infuse that Earth, although I'm a little worried about that Earth Infusion potentially helping those Earth Demons. Made me consider wanting to go late instead, but I would like to get that shield on Satha. Lastly, we will go with Desmond to get the top of Vital Strikes out and then use the bottom of Booster Shot. Most likely we'll be using that Strengthen on Dwayne. This round is going to be a lot of prep, which makes me nervous because both of these types of enemies are going to be very high damage dealing, so I'm a little worried about taking a whole round of prep here because those archers also deal wound. Go here and draw. Archers are going to be doing, move and attack. They will be able to hit us. I think they're going to end up targeting Satha. And then the Earth Demons are also going to be getting in there and doing some attacks. Not the biggest attacks, but the elite will be immobilizing. Okay, we'll start with Raphael, who's going to use the top of Gnawing Horde. We're going to get 2 experience for doing that. And we will get our summon out. Rat Swarm. Then we will use the bottom of Hidden in the Shadows to go invisible just for this round. That will end our turn. Oh, I forgot to put my little summon out. There we go. Satha's up. She's going to use the bottom of Take Command to get that ability going. We'll get an experience for that. And then we will do the top of Bring Them Down. And I think we'll end up doing an attack 2 on Earth Demon number 5 over here. Yeah, I think that makes sense, because this Earth Demon on its turn I think is going to go here. So we can focus that one down a little bit. Oh, I need to also make sure I remove all the blesses from my deck. I think I said I was going to keep 1 bless in Raphael's deck. Alright, I think we should be good. Attack 2 on Earth Demon 5 is going to be +0, so that's going to be 2 damage to that. Oh, nope, that's the archer. I was like, those don't have a lot of health. There we go. And then we will strengthen Raphael. And infuse ice. And that will end Satha's turn. Dwayne is up. We'll start with the bottom of Solidify to get shield 2 on Satha. She's going to have to suffer 1 damage as well. But she now has shield 2 just for the round. And then with Rock Slide, I think I'm just going to create an obstacle just here. That's going to deal 1 damage to all of them and cause them to have muddle. Down here, we will select just those Earth Demons. 1 damage and muddle. Then we infuse Earth and we will end Dwayne's turn. The Inox Archers go now. The Elite's going to go first and do a move 3, attack 4 at range 4. It will go 1, 2 there, and then hit Satha. Be an attack 4 wound. +2. That's 6 damage. We are shielding for 2, so that's 4 damage. Then we use Hide Armor and the Heater Shield to remove another 2 damage, so it's going to be 2 damage and wound. 2 damage, wound. Then number 4 is going to move up here. 1, 2, 3, right to that little space. It's probably hard to see all those enemies clustered together. Do a quick aerial shot to show move from here into there. Then it will do an attack 3 wound. That's going to be +1. Oh my gosh. So that's going to be 1 damage after all of our sources of shield. Geez, I'm glad I have that shield 2 from Dwayne. Then number 5 will move up a little bit, but it's not going to be able to get into range to attack. So I think that should end the Inox Archer's turn. And we have Desmond. Desmond will use the top of Vital Strikes and then use the bottom of Booster Shot. Do I actually want to move anywhere? Oh, no, this is range 1 for the strengthen, so I don't have a choice. I have to move here and use that to strengthen Dwayne. And then we also get 2 experience. That will end Desmond's turn. Now the Earth Demons are up. Can't talk. Earth Demon number 2 is going to move up and attack Satha. This is going to be an attack 4 with, what's it called? With disadvantage because we are muddled, but with immobilize, that's the word for it. +0 and +1. It's going to be 2 damage and Satha is immobilized. Then number 1 will go, and it can only go there. Okay, and then number 5 will move up to here and attack Satha. Attack 3 at disadvantage. Oops, didn't draw 2. -1 or +0, so that's going to be 2 damage, and then we are shielding for both of those. So we finally don't take any damage from that attack. And that will end the Earth Demon's turn. For round 2, I'm going to start with Satha. Satha's going to be using the bottom of Raise so that we can position the Rat Swarm and then use the top of strike now so that we can play feedback loop with Raphael out of turn and really start to cascade some of those attacks between Raphael and his summon. I'm pretty confident that the damage that we can do with Raphael and the Rat Swarm is going to be enough to be able to kill that Earth Demon number 5. So Satha's attack and everybody else who's attacking is probably going to be attacking Earth Demon number 2. Well, not Dwayne, but I'll get to him. After Satha goes, it's going to be Raphael, who is going to be using the top of telepathic command to be able to get an extra attack with the summon and allow the summon to go invisible, because the summon should be here at this point, and I really need that summon to not be taking attacks, because if it starts taking a lot of those attacks from the archers, then it's going to die. So telepathic command is going to be clutch here. Then we will use the bottom of Brain Leech, because we do still have advantage of strengthen, so I do want to try to get more attacks off. So we'll use the bottom of Brain Leech to get an extra attack, and that's going to cause our summon to also get an extra attack from feedback loop. Third will be Desmond, who I realized I probably made a mistake with bringing Bloody Saw, because I only have one prescription, and the prescription that I have is on a card that I want to be using the top action or the non-prescription side. So I will be using it just as a basic move 2 in this case. But since I expect Earth Demon to hopefully be dead at this point, I'm going to move into its space and then do prep for surgery on the Elite Earth Demon number 2, who at that point should have been damaged by Satha, so that I can stun that Earth Demon. And lastly, we're going to go with Dwayne and move up to here, and most likely be doing that AoE from Dirt Tornado on the, I think the ones that will need to use it on the most are going to be those archers. So right now, Dwayne hasn't been doing a lot of damage, but I like him trying to help to get some muddle and make the enemies hurt for less, make less damage. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. I want enemies to make less damage. So Dwayne's going to be helping with that. Anyway, let's just move on into the round, because obviously I can't speak and say what I want to do anyway. And draw. Archers are going to be attacking and then creating traps, which is probably going to change a little bit of how I want to do things next round. But at least these are weak attacks. Then the Earth Demons are going last, and they're going to be consuming Earth. Although the normal can only do a move 1, so I actually may be able to, I don't know that this Earth is going to get consumed, because the Elite should be stunned, number 5 should be dead. Okay, so we might be okay there. We start with Satha. She's going to use the bottom of Raise. I guess I'll consume that ice, because I don't really have another way to consume it this round, so I'll do that. We're going to get an experience for that. She's immobilized, so she can't move, but we can grant an ally within range 3 move. So we will have the Rat Swarm move up to here. Then we do the top of strike now. We'll do the attack 3 on Elite Earth Demon 2. +1, that is 4 damage. Okay. And then we will allow one ally with Strengthen to play a card. It's going to give us another experience. And we are going to be playing, we're going to be granting this action to Raphael, who is going to be playing the top of Feedback Loop. That is going to allow Raphael to do an attack 4 on Earth Demon number 5. And this is at advantage. So we change decks here. Attack 4, +2 or +2. So that will be 6 damage to Earth Demon 2. Or 5, sorry. Then that will cause the Rat Swarm to do an attack 2 poison. This is not at advantage. Okay, +1 and then +1 for each negative condition. Okay, well the target didn't have any negative conditions, so it's +2, so that's going to be 4 damage and poison. Oh man, all right. 4 and poison. And that was way more damage than I was expecting to do, which means Raphael's turn is going to be a little bit less effective. Raphael does get an experience for that as well. Oh, and actually, I think we're going to need to use that movement that we get from Feedback Loop to be able to move this Rat Swarm back here, because I'm just realizing now that the archers are going to be going before Raphael. I'm also going to use the healing potion for Satha, because she's about to take another handful of attacks here. Go up 3 health. We remove the wound, although the wound we're going to be getting back very soon. And I think that will end Satha's turn. Next up, we have the archers going. Elite Archer 6 will go first and do an attack 3 wound on Satha. +0, so it's going to be 3 damage and wound. And then it will create a 3 damage trap here, which is going to be a little annoying because I was hoping to do something with that space soon. Then Archer 4 is up. We'll do an attack 2 wound on Satha. Ooh. Oh man, that hurts. It's another 4 damage. And then that Archer cannot create a trap. And 5 will do another attack 2 wound on Satha. Okay, -1. That's going to be 1 damage. All right, we're probably going to need to have Desmond be healing Satha soon. But that will... Oh, and then Archer 5 will create a trap. Let's go there. And that ends the Archer's turns. And then we have Raphael. The Rat Swarm will start and move up here and do an attack 3 on that Earth Demon. Curse! Dang it! I was really hoping that we could actually kill it this turn with the summon. It would open up, be flexible right now. Okay, but let's just do the top of Telepathic Command, and we will have our summon do another attack 3. Plus, okay, so that's going to be 4 damage total. Actually, 5 damage. Okay. This Earth Demon is dead. Replaced with a little money token. Our summon gets to go invisible. And then I'm just going to end my turn there. Desmond's up. We will do a basic move 2 and go onto that money token. So you go there. You're going to end up looting this at the end of your turn. So we'll give you that now. And then we'll do the top of Prep for Surgery. We're going to do attack 3 on this Earth Demon. +0. That's 3. And it's going to be stunned. Oh, and we get an experience. That will end Desmond's turn. Then we go with Dwayne, who's going to use the bottom of Cataclysm and move 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to use the Earth Consumption on that one. We are instead going to use the Earth Consumption on Dirt Tornado so that we can do attack 2. We're going to be targeting these 3 archers. Let's consume this Earth. We will gain an experience. And these are all at advantage. So let's do attack 2 on, let's do Archer 4 and then clockwise. Archer 4, attack 2, +2 or ×2 is the same thing, so it's going to be 4 damage and muddle to that Archer. Archer 4. 4 and muddle. Then attack 2 muddle on the Elite Archer. -1 or +0 muddle. Okay, well that muddle did nothing, so 2 and muddle. And muddle. And then another attack 2, +1, or curse. Nice. Get the curse out of the way there. That's 3 damage and muddle to you. And then we re-infuse Earth at the end of our turn because of the bottom of Cataclysm, and that will end Dwayne's turn. Lastly, we have the Earth Demons. Earth Demon 2 is stunned. Earth Demon 1 is not going to move because it can't get anywhere. So it's not going to consume that Earth. That will end the Earth Demon's turn and end the round. For round 3, we're going to have Desmond go early and do the top of Teamwork so we can get a couple of attacks in on that Elite Earth Demon. I don't think I'm going to kill that Elite Earth Demon this round. I think it would be very lucky if I did. Although maybe I can manage it with Dwayne, depending on how I handle that. But we will then use the bottom of, what's it called? Curative Mixture to be able to move out of the way so that the Rat Swarm summon can go and attack that Earth Demon as well. And we can get that wound off of Satha, so that would be nice. Then Raphael will go right after that, and we are trying to use the bottom of Submissive Affliction so that we can set up Dwayne for a Clear the Way, which is going to be played from Spur Their Spirits from Satha, because I want to get this obstacle here, so I need this archer to be able to move into this trap, so we remove that trap, and then we can throw this obstacle here, do some big damage to those archers. And then Hostile Takeover, we'll be able to use the top of that just to get some chip damage on somebody. Maybe the Earth Demon 1, we could possibly prevent it from attacking us this round from that Immobilize. After that, we'll go with Satha, who is going to play Spur Their Spirits so that the Cragheart Dwayne can get Clear the Way into the loop here and do that whole obstacle relocation. And then the bottom of Blade of the North is probably just going to be a default move too, if I even move at all. I am going to start really getting out of these two rooms because starting at round 6, I'm going to start taking hazardous terrain damage, I think. So I do need to be careful about that. Dwayne will go last and do the top of Massive Boulder. Just try to maybe we can kill the Elite Earth Demon with that. Maybe we're okay with taking some splash damage. But I also want to use the bottom of Opposing Strike to be able to start getting some healing off, because I think we're not going to be able to long rest before we go into the next room. And so I think being able to get some of that just healing is ultimately going to be a heal 10 spread across a couple of targets. I think it's going to be super valuable for us, especially since it's coming off of a bottom action here. So let's just get into this and draw. Okay, those archers are doing big attacks, so hopefully, maybe we can kill 2 of them, although most likely we'll probably just be killing 4. Number 4, that is. All right. And then Earth Demon, move and attack and infuse Earth. Okay, so the Elite might be getting their attack off. That Immobilize would be unfortunate. Let's just kick this off. Let's start with Desmond, who is going to do the top of Teamwork. This is going to be an attack 3 from him since this enemy is damaged. Just attack 3 plus 0, so it's going to be 3 damage to you. And then we will grant Satha that other attack 3. And so Satha will do attack 3 of her own, 4 damage. Very good. And then we will move 1 space backwards and remove this wound from Satha. That will end Desmond's turn. The Rat Swarm goes next. It will move here and do an attack 2 poison on that Elite Earth Demon. Plus 1, so that's 3 damage, and you are poisoned. Then we will use the bottom of Submissive Affliction to control this archer, have it move 1, 2 back there, and that is going to deal 3 damage to Archer 4. 3 damage. And then I do think it makes sense to do this attack to Immobilize on Earth Demon number 1. No, that's okay. We still immobilize it. All right, that's the important part. And we will infuse ice from that. I forgot we were going to get an ice infusion. So I'm going to retcon a little bit here. And instead of, so here are Satha's cards. Actually, how do I want to show this? Let's show it this way. Instead of Satha playing Blade of the North, I'm going to have her have played Combined Might, because then she can actually use that ice infusion. So sorry about that. My brain is still warming up. But it's been warming up for years now, so who knows if it'll ever get there. And that will end Raphael's turn. Next up is Satha. So she is going to start with the top of Spread Their Spirits. We're going to gain a health. We are going to, oops, no. Then we are going to get Ward. And then we will allow Dwayne to do the top of Clear the Way. We're going to get an experience from Satha for allowing this to happen. We will consume the earth for this action. So we're going to get an experience with Dwayne as well. We're getting a lot of experience overall. And this is going to end up being an attack 4 when we do this. We're going to relocate this obstacle to here. And then let's start with the attack 4. Let's do it on Archer 4. No advantage right now. Oh, this needs Dwayne's deck. Oops. Attack 4 on Archer 4 is +0, so it's going to be 4 damage. Archer 4 is dead. Put a money token there. Then we're going to do attack 4 on Archer 6. +1, that's 5 damage. And then attack 4 on Archer 5. Okay, 5 damage to you as well. Not dead, but that's pretty good. That was what? 14 damage from that attack? It's pretty good for a non-loss. Thank you, Satha. That will clear the way. Then Satha will consume that ice. We're not going to move anywhere, but we are going to consume that ice so we can get an experience and give ward to our little rat friend. Swarm of rats, that is. Boom. And then Satha is done. All right, Archer 6 is going to do... Ooh, maybe I should have put this ward on Dwayne, but this is going to be disadvantage, so I'll stick with what I got. Attack 5 wound at disadvantage on Dwayne. It's going to be -1, so it's going to be 4 damage to Dwayne. Where you at, buddy? There you are. 4 and wound. And then you will also have to take an attack 4 at disadvantage. +0 or +1. That's going to be another 4 damage. Okay, and you're already wounded. That ends the Archer's turn. All right, let's go with Dwayne now. And I'm going to start with the bottom of opposing strikes. I'm still thinking about who I want to target with Massive Boulder. So we will get that out, and now I have to think about what I want to do with the top. So there we go. Really bought myself some time there. I'm going to do this on... I'm going to do it on the Archer, if only for the fact that the splash damage would remove ward from 2 people, which seems really dumb. So I'm going to do this attack 3 on Archer number 5. Okay, attack 3, -1. Oh, shoot, how much health did you have? You had 2 health left. Okay, great. 2, and then number 6 takes 1 splash damage. Then you come out, and a money token goes in your place. We will infuse Earth. Then we will end up using our first charge of... what's it called? Opposing strike bottom to be able to heal 2. We're going to use that first heal 2 on Dwayne to clear off that wound. That will end Dwayne's turn. Lastly, we have the Elite Earth Demon, who is going to do an attack 5 and immobilize on the Rat Swarm. Why is this showing? All right, attack 5 +1. Oh, that's 6 and immobilize. The ward, I could shield. It's only going to reduce it by 1 damage effectively. Yeah, no, let's do... remove the ward. You take 3 damage. And you are immobilized. And then the other one can't move because it is immobilized. So we end the Earth Demon's turn. And we will end the round. For round 4, we're going to lead off with Raphael, who is going to move up. I'm going to expect that the Rat Swarm's attack should be able to kill that Elite Earth Demon. Hopefully that works out. But we want to have people start moving up towards the door. So Raphael's going to move here, and then we're going to play the top of Silent Scream to be able to start getting some heals off after we attack. I'm going to prioritize that over getting additional attacks from Feedback Loop. So we should be able to get some good things with that. And then we can also disarm that elite or the regular Earth Demon. But we will also be doing a lot of damage to that regular Earth Demon. It might just die. Next, we are going to be going with Desmond. Oh, let me put initiatives in. There we go. Yeah, Desmond is going to be going next. We're going to do a basic move 2 at the bottom of Vaccine, and then do a nice big attack from top of Hamstring, which would be an attack 5. We'll get an experience from that. Immobilize won't matter, but it'd be nice to be able to get some damage off. Then we will go with Satha, who is also going to be doing a basic move 2 at the bottom of the Blade of the North, and using the top of Wolfpack Tactics to, again, we're going to do an attack 2 on that Earth Demon, and then we're going to grant an attack to Raphael so that we can, A, get more damage, B, get some healing. So that should be a nice, lovely combo there. Then lastly, we're going to go with Dwayne, who is going to be using Earthen Clod probably on this elite archer so we can get some damage off on it and immobilize it. So that way if we go here, we can have that archer target us and it'll have to have disadvantage because it can't move away. Let's switch to here and a draw. Okay, archers. Our archer is going to do... it's going to immobilize. That may not be the worst. Okay. And then Earth Demon, I mean, this one should be dead, and then this one should be disarmed, so we shouldn't have to worry about that attack. Okay, cool. Rat Swarm is going to go. It's going to do an attack 3 because that Earth Demon is poisoned. +1, that is 4. Did I draw from the right deck? I did, okay. That's 4 damage. That one goes away. Leave some money there. Then we use the bottom of Perverse Edge. We skip that ice consumption ability. We move 3 here. And then we're going to do the top of Silent Scream. We're going to get an experience of this with, of course, and that's the thing I prioritize. I feel like I can't talk or speak this morning. I have had a decent amount of caffeine, but maybe it just is still settling in. So at some point, you're probably just going to hear me start talking at like double speed. It'll still be nonsense, but it'll be fast nonsense. But yeah, with Silent Scream, we are going to do, this is going to end up being an attack 3 disarm. And actually, let's use our Poison Dagger on this. This feels like a good use of this. Attack 3, disarm, rolling invisibility. Okay, so that is going to be 4 damage, disarm. Let's do 4 damage first. Oh, this guy's dead. 4 damage and disarm. 4 disarm. Where are you at? Okay. Then we get to go invisible. Nice. And then we heal too. We're going to prioritize healing our summon first. All right, great. That will end Raphael's turn. Desmond is up. We're going to do a basic move too. I'm going to have other people start taking these money tokens because Desmond is supposed to be getting the least money. And I do actually want him to get money, but he's about to lose his battle goal. So he's going to get another loot token. Be an attack 5, immobilize, gain an experience. Attack 5, +1, that's 6 damage. Oh, also, this guy should be poisoned. That should be, oh my gosh, that should be 7 damage. Holy heck. Sorry, pardon my language. What I meant to say was, holy fuck. And you are immobilized. All right, great. That ends Desmond's turn. For Satha, we'll do our basic move 2, go up here. I am going to skip the first attack of Wolfpack Tactics, and I'm just going to do the grant an ally. I'm going to grant the Mindthief that attack 2, which is really going to be an attack 3. Let's pull up that deck. Attack 3, 4 from the poison. Okay, that is a lot of damage. What is that going to be? 8 damage total? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's overkill. All right. 8 damage it is. This Earth Demon is dead. There. Then we infuse ice and... oh, we get to heal 2 again. Let's heal Satha for 2. Okay, and that will end Satha's turn. Then with Dwayne, let's consume that earth so we can get an experience. And this is going to be an attack 2 and immobilize on that archer. +1, that's 3 damage and immobilize. Immobilized. And then we'll use the bottom of Rumbling Advance to go 1, 2. We're going to land on this loot token, and we're going to deal 1 damage to both the archer and to Raphael. Sorry, buddy. 1 damage and 1 damage. And we will infuse earth again. Before I get too much further, let me do... I'm going to, for, what's his name? Raphael, I want to have used the stamina potion to be able to get back feedback loop, because I think I'm going to want this, this jump next round. Okay, so that is going to end Dwayne's turn. Boom. Then the Inox Archer is going to do an attack 3 at disadvantage. (2) or (-1). Oh, I'm so glad I had that disadvantage. That is going to be 2 damage and immobilized and wound on Dwayne. Also, actually, Dwayne should have had another healing. We'll say he would have used it on himself, so we'll just cancel out the damage here. And then immobilize and wound. That will end the archer's turn and end the round. For round 5, I don't know if I'm actually going to be killing that archer. At least I won't be doing it until pretty late if I do it. But we are going to do just a basic attack 2 with Dwayne if we can. Pretty much with everybody, I'm just playing the last 2 cards I have in hand. I'm going to be 0 cards in hand with every single character. Actually, I'm going to change something. I'm going to use initiative 82 for Satha because I want to make sure that I go after that archer goes so that I have room to move in. So then really next is going to be Raphael, who we're just going to jump probably around over here and get Gangling Abomination out as we're going to prepare to move into the next room next round. Because we do actually have until the end of the 6th round before we take hazardous terrain damage. So that is a huge benefit. Then with Satha, we'll move in, and we should be able to do an attack on that archer at that point. And then lastly, we will go with Desmond, who is just going to be doing a big move and a heal. Let's go here and draw. Dwayne took his damage. Archer is going to be doing... Okay, nice. The archer is moving. That's good. And Dwayne still beats them. So Dwayne will start. And we will just do an attack 2 plus 0. Okay, that's going to be 2 damage to you. May have actually been better for me to get backup ammunition out, but too late. I will use my next heal 2 from opposing strike, get an experience, and we're going to do that one on Satha. Okay, now end Dwayne's turn. Then the archer is up. They will move backwards. I want to have him move here. Sure, why not? Then they will do an attack 4 wound on Dwayne. Plus 0. It's going to be 4 damage. Already wounded. Okay, you are done. The rat swarm is up. It'll move 1, 2. And for Raphael, we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 with feedback loop. And then we will use Gangling Abomination, spend or get to experience, and we will summon that summon. Put you there. And that will end Raphael's turn. Then Satha will do a move 1, 2, 3, 4, go here. And then we will do attack 3. Attack 3, -1. Oh, okay, that's still enough. Good. 2 damage. We kill this archer. Put some loot there. And then let's grant the rat swarm 1, 2 there. We'll infuse ice, and we will end Satha's turn. For Desmond, we will move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do heal 4. It has to be range 1, which is such a tight range, so we have to do Satha. Would much rather do it on Dwayne, but alas, we cannot. That will end our round, and then we will be going into round 6 next. I will short rest with everybody before I do Raphael. I'm going to dismiss this. Do Desmond first. Jeez. 3, 2, 1. Actually, totally forgot that I had booster shot on me. So I think I'm actually going to try to keep that, because I think that could be even good for next round. So we're going to lose the health and we're going to reshuffle. 3, 2, 1. Instead we lose Bloody Saw. Actually, that's kind of what I wanted to lose. That works out. Keep booster shot. Then we short rest with Raphael next. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Telepathic command. No. I will lose a health. This is Raphael. Lose a health to prevent losing that card. 3, 2, 1. Feedback loop. Oh, that's worse. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Damn, that really sucks. Okay. There have been a lot of times where I've really lost amazing cards from short rests though, so yeah, it's a shame. But I will prevail. Alright. Now we do Cragheart, Dwayne, 3, 2, 1. We're losing Rock Slide potentially. Yeah, you know what? I'll be okay with losing that one. And then lastly, we short rest with Satha. 3, 2, 1. Boop. We lose Combined Might. I know I'm going to have some shielded enemies coming up. So I don't think I want to lose that. I will. Oh, but if I lose a health, I'm going to be losing my ward. Fine, I'll lose Combined Might. Almost forgot. We can destroy an obstacle during the end of our rest with Dwayne. That way, Earth should be waning this round. Figure this out. There we go. For round 6, we are going to lead off with Satha, who's going to enter that room, potentially giving our other allies movement depending on the arrangement of enemies and everything in that next room. And then we'll be doing the top of bring them down to do a little attack and then somebody strengthen. Almost certainly giving it to Dwayne because I think Dwayne is going to be the only person who we really plan on getting multiple attacks in. Next up will be Desmond. I may switch the order of booster shot and first aid, but I'll probably keep it in this order so that we do the top of first aid for some heal 4, and then bottom of booster shot we'll move to, and then probably end up strengthening Satha so that she can be strengthened for next round. Third will be Dwayne with the bottom of Cataclysm to get into position. Hopefully we don't need to use the Earth for the extra movement, but we will at least be able to reinfuse Earth for next round as well. And then we'll be using the top of Dirt Tornado. That'll give us a little bit of damage, some muddle. I don't know if I'll be able to get that muddle in before all the enemies go this round, but worst case, they're muddled for next round. Then lastly, we're going to go as late as we can with Raphael so that our summons are not at risk of taking damage this round. And then we're just going to get our only remaining augment out in Silent Scream and do some positioning with Telepathic Command. There is a chance though that I may switch the order of those. Just going to depend on what happens. Do this and draw. Satha starts us off. We're going to do the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics first and do a move 3. We'll go 1, we'll go 2 into this doorway, and we have 1 more movement as we determine what is in this room.
With the pass blocked by the avalanche, you enter the cave to face your aggressors. Unfortunately, it's not so much a cave as it is yet another narrow passage open to the air above. War cries echo from above you as teams of Inox prepare to drop more stones on your heads. You've been led into a trap.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we have a wall of traps here. I don't know if you can see all of them there very clearly in that camera, but we have traps all around there. So we will have to deal with that. We got some flying enemies in the Wind Demons. We have the Inox Guards. And unfortunately, we did not get super lucky with our draws from the mod or the ability decks from the monsters because the Wind Demons are doing some beefy attacks. Luckily, they can't disarm at least, but it's going to be a lot of damage from attacks. And the Inox Guards are going to be doing some attacks as well. At least going to be doing an attack 5. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a minute. How do I want to do this? I think I will use Weathered Boots for Satha to get her an extra movement so she can go here. So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 movement. Actually, no, I don't know. Let's not do that. Let's maybe move here. All right, I'm thinking about this too much. I'm just going to commit to this. I'm going to spend the Weathered Boots. I'm going to go here so I open up more space for my allies to be able to move in. I can also potentially use Curious Gear next round. I could use it this round, but it won't kill anybody, so I'll wait. Then we'll have the rat summon move up 2 spaces with Wolfpack Tactics, and we'll do that. And then I'll have you move up 2 spaces as well. Right, that card is done. Then we'll do the top of Bring Them Down to do an attack 2 on that elite. Attack 2. Ooh, shield 1. That is great timing. Mark that as shield for the round. And that will just be 2 damage. We will strengthen the rat. Also, I didn't actually add this summon. Rat monstrosity should be strengthened. And then we re-infuse cold. And that will end Satha's turn. Next up is Desmond. We will use bottom of booster shot to do move 2, 1, 2. Go there. We will strengthen Satha. And we will use the top of first aid on Satha and get her up to full health. And Desmond's turn. Dwayne, we are going to have to use that earth for the movement. So we're going to do move 6. We gain an experience. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do an attack 1 muddle. We're going to be centered on the elite guard. So let's start with the elite guard. Attack 1 muddle. +1, that's 2 damage and muddle. Then attack 1 muddle on number 5. Super muddle. All right, so it's going to be 2 damage and muddle. Number 5. And then attack 1 muddle on the last one. Ooh, immobilized. That could be good. So it's going to be 3 damage, muddle, and immobilize. Muddle, immobilize. And then we re-infuse earth, and we end Dwayne's turn. But we also use another charge of healing, so he's going to do heal 2 on himself. Wind Demons are up next. Elite will move 3, attack 6 at range 3. So that would be like here. Sometimes these traps are a little annoying to deal with. I do love how they look, but they're a little frustrating. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to retcon back to Satha's turn. Satha will have used Curious Gear this round so that she can destroy this trap back here. Let me get the sky cam out. Destroy this trap back here as I literally just change the position of every monster over here. And then we are going to have that damage be dealt to Wind Demon number 6. So it's going to be 6 damage. Then I can have this Wind Demon move here and do its attack against Satha. That'll be an attack 6. No, baby! Haha! Fuck you! We keep our ward. Alright. That is amazing. Thank you for that. Then number 3 will go 1, 2, 3. Can I cram you in there? That's good enough. Oh, never mind. That one's not able to get into range to attack. Number 6, though, can go 1, 2, 3 here. And this will be an attack 4 on Satha. +0, so that's 4. We're shielding for 1, so that's 3, and then have that rounded down from the wards. So that's just 1 damage. Alright, that was way less damage overall than I was expecting from the Wind Demons. Fantastic. Guards are up. Guard number 2 will move up first and do an attack 5 at disadvantage on Satha. +1 or +1. Okay, so that's 6. -1 from the shield is going to be 5 damage. Alright. Then number 5 will move up here and do an attack 3, also at disadvantage on Desmond. -1 or ×2. I think I'll take the -1. That is only 2 damage to Desi Boy. And then guard 6 is immobilized. so nothing to worry about there. And then we have Raphael. The rat swarm will go first. 1, 2, 3 here. The rat monstrosity will move up and do, this is going to be just an attack 3. There's no negative conditions. So it'll be on the wind demon. This is at advantage. So it's going to be +1 rolling. Oh, I thought this was fixed. Okay. So we get +1 rolling. It's either +2 or +1. It's +2 in both cases. It's going to be attack 5. It's shielding for 2. So it'll be 3 damage to it, and that should be enough to kill it wherever you are. There we go. Swap you out for a money token. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use magma waders for the bottom of telepathic command, so we can do a move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go here. We'll get that loot at the end of our turn. And then we do create this hazardous terrain. I don't think there's an option to like not create this, because sometimes I don't really want to, but I think it is completely tied to the +1 movement. I'm not going to move my summon because I don't want to move it through the hazardous terrain. I'll just do the top of Silent Scream. We're going to get an experience. We're going to do an attack 2 disarm on the elite guard. No, okay. Well, at least, I guess this would have been an attack 3, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to take 2 damage from retaliate. We are at least going to disarm this guard. That's great. Disarmed. And that will end Raphael's turn. That will also end the round. All right, for this round, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to lay out all these attacks, but I expect to be doing a lot of damage. We are going to be going with Desmond first. I know that he is at least going to be doing vaccine, so we can target both this guard and this guard. We're going to get an experience from doing that. We'll take some retaliate damage, but that's okay, because then we will retreat a bit with Desmond and possibly be moving an ally around, although I may not actually do that. Then we will go with Dwayne. Dwayne is going to use that earth element and do a big attack on somebody, maybe that elite guard. Then we were going to move into this spot because I want to prepare for Satha's turn, because on Satha's turn, she is going to play Spare Their Spirits so that we can play the top of Mud Eruption here and get an extra 1 damage on each of these attacks that we're going to do. 2 of these attacks are at least going to go to the Wind Demon, so we can get wound on them. The other 2 are going to be going against some guards, and we'll see how we want to play that out when the time comes. And then for the bottom of Blade of the North, I'll probably just use that as a basic move 2, although there's a chance I actually use that as an attack 6. We're doing pretty well right now. Oh, actually, I just thought of something really good I can do, but I will wait until our turn actually comes up for that to happen. For Raphael's turn, we're going to be doing a bunch of control things so that we can mostly move enemies, meaning the guards, through those traps. I'm hoping I'll actually be able to clear out all those traps this round. If not, at least 3 out of 4. Yeah, let's draw so I can actually figure out how I'm going to end up doing these things, because I'm still not sure. Okay, guards are attacking and shielding. Okay, Raphael will probably be taking some damage, but I think we can tolerate that. That's okay. Dwayne, yeah, the blah blah blah. Then Wind Demons are going to be pushing and attacking, and disarming. I actually may be able to have them consume that earth element to get that minus range, and we're doing enough push that actually might make a big difference. Okay, I think we're still on for this. We start with Desmond. We will do the top of vaccine. We're going to do an attack 3 first, targeting that elite guard. We are not strengthened, right? No. This is going to be an attack 4 because it is damaged already. Ooh, nice! That is 6 damage to that guard. And then we are going to take 2 retaliate damage. And then we will get an experience as we add a target to this. We're going to target the normal now. This is also going to be, oh no, this will just be an attack. Oh, that one is damaged already. Okay. Attack 4. -1, that is 3 damage to guard number 5. That's 1 more retaliate for us. Then let's do move 2, and then grant an adjacent ally, move 3. I'm not going to grant that, because what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use Lucky Eye, and we're going to strengthen all within range 1, which includes myself and everybody around me. Let me just get that applied. There we go, and that will end Desmond's turn. Guards are up. The only attack that is actually happening is from guard 6, who is going to do an attack 3 poison on Raphael. Ooh, damn, that really hurts. I'm going to avoid losing a card. It's not going to kill me, so I will just take the 6 damage. And am poisoned. Dang, okay. That ends the guard's turn. Dwayne is up next. Let's do this attack 5. We're going to consume this earth. We're going to get an experience. We're going to do an attack 5 on... I'm going to do it on the elite guard. I think... Because I think on Raphael's turn, I'm going to be able to kill both the normal guards. The Wind Demon shouldn't actually be a threat this round. And this is a ranged attack, so we avoid retaliate from that elite guard. So yeah, I'm okay with doing this. Attack 5, so it'll be at advantage. +1, or... what is that one? Create 1 hex obstacle tile and... Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do a +1. I don't need to create the obstacle. So that's going to end up being a net total of 5 damage to this guard. And then we will move 1 to there. And that will end Dwayne's turn. Satha's turn, we are going to do Spur Their Spirits. So we're going to heal 1. We are going to get Ward. We're going to allow Dwayne to play a card from their hand. So that's going to be an extra experience for us. This will be Mud Eruption. It's going to be 2 experience for Dwayne. His modifier deck out. Let's hit the Wind Demon, Elite Wind Demon first. This is going to be an attack 4. Attack 4 wound. No damage. Damn. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We will push you back 1. Oh, I forgot there was a trap that was already destroyed there. That should be okay though. Next, I'm going to do the attack 4 on the other Wind Demon, the normal. Attack 4 wound, that's +2. That's going to be 6 damage and wound. Shielding for 2, so that's 4 damage and wound. Okay. Then attack 4 wound on guard 5. +2. Oh, that immobilize is going to kill me. Damn. Dang it. Okay, well, I can work around it. It's just not what I expected. Dang. All right, 6 and wound. And we are pushing, so we don't have to worry about retaliate. Oh, and immobilized. Oh, this Wind Demon should have been pushed back. And that guard was shielding for 1, so give him 1 health back. And then we do attack 4 wound on the elite guard. -1. Ugh. Okay, 2 damage and... Oops. 2 damage and wound. We push you once, we don't have to worry about retaliate. And I think the only obstacle I'm going to create, I'm going to put it in this hex back here. Oh gosh. There we go, and Mud Eruption is lost. We infuse Earth from that as well. And then I think I'm not going to move. I'm just going to end Satha's turn there. Then my Rat Swarm is up. Move 1, 2, 3 there, and do an attack 2 poison on the elite guard. -1. Okay, so no damage. Does get poisoned. Oh, actually, sorry, it is strengthened too. So, oh shoot. Oh, we know that plus is there, but this is not correct. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it would be +0 and we go invisible, so it is 1 damage to this guard. Poison. And we go invisible. I'm not reshuffling the deck because it wouldn't change what these summons are going to do. Even though it actually would probably be beneficial for me to shuffle it. So, of course, I will not do it. This will go there now, and it is going to do an attack 6 because there's 2 negative conditions on that guard and the poison. So, of course, one of these is going to be the bless. What is the other one? Rolling +1. So that's 12 damage. It's shielding 1, so that is 11 damage. Okay, let's make sure we count all of this. 11 damage. That elite guard is dead. Oh wait, could I have chosen not to do the immobilize from that attack modifier? I think so. I can. Okay. Okay, this is great. So I will not have immobilized that enemy, that guard. All right, now I am looking fantastic. Because we're going to use the bottom of Submissive Affliction. We're going to consume that ice. Because we are going to have... Oh, it's going to give us an experience as well. We're going to have guard 6 move through this trap and then through this trap. That's going to be 12 damage, and then we deal another 2 damage. So that's going to be 14 damage total, which is enough to kill it. 14. That will remove these traps and leave a money token here. Then we will just control this guard to walk up into this hex, and it's going to suffer 6 damage, and that will kill that guard. And those control effects continue to just be dominant when there are traps around. Nice. That was 18 damage just from traps. And that will end Raphael's turn. The Wind Demons suffer their damage from wound, and they're going to consume that earth. So that they get -2 to range. And nobody is within range 2 of them, so they do nothing. And that was an amazing round. That was just excellent. For round 8, oh my gosh, I'm moving slowly. This is taking me a little bit too long in real time. But for round 8, move these cards down. We are going to be going first with Satha. We're going to be moving and doing raise to get a little bit of an attack going. The wound doesn't really matter because they're already wounded. But I wound up moving here and attacking this. You know what? I'm also going to say that last round, the enemy that died here died in this hex. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's a little retcon. Then we'll go with Raphael, who is going to be going up after that elite wind demon because his summons are going up there as well. We might be able to kill it because of the beefy attack that the rat monstrosity will be able to do. I don't really care about going with Hidden in the Shadows and going invisible, but I think we will be able to kill that Wind Demon. Desmond will be moving up to here and doing an attack on that Wind Demon, assuming it's still alive. I'm hoping just to be able to get an experience from it. But if it's not dead, that Wind Demon should be dying on its turn anyway from the wound. And then with Dwayne, we have the potential to do Clear the Way if we really need to like finish off one of the enemies. However, I'm mostly just planning on being able to use that heal. Actually, one change. I only have 1 card left in hand for Raphael, so if I get him a med pack, then I can have him last another round before we have to rest. So I will do that with Desmond instead of attacking. Let's draw. The Wind Demons are going middling initiative. Hopefully we don't have to worry about them. We start with Satha. We will do move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to get that loot. Then, add that to her. Then we will do raise. Be an attack 3 wound. Oh, man. That's a little annoying. I just needed to do 1 damage. And I would have been okay. Dang it. All right. We infuse fire. And we end Satha's turn. Raphael's up, which means the rat swarm starts. Let's go 1, 2, 3 with the rat swarm. We'll do attack 2, poison. +0, so no damage, but we'll poison it. Actually, maybe we'll do have you move here. No, because that hurts something else. Okay. You are poisoned. Now the rat monstrosity goes and is going to do an attack 6. That's just such a crazy amount of attack. +1, 7, -2 is 5 damage. Now Raphael will do a move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we will use Hidden in the Shadows to do attack 4, attack 5 at advantage after poison. 5 at advantage, +1, +1. This actually makes it +3 total. So there's 2 negative conditions. That's what, like 8 damage after poison and everything. So 6 damage total after shield, dead. That means Raphael is invisible and also strengthened. So raise can go away. That will end Raphael's turn. Wind Demon's up next. Let's have it just go down this way, because then we can just have Satha get pulled closer. So this is going to be an attack 3 on Satha, +0. Also, I am realizing I never used my last healing charge of Opposing Strike with Dwayne, and I think I wanted to use that on Raphael to be able to clear all the poison off of it, so I'm going to do that. It also means Dwayne would have gotten an experience, so just correcting that now. Apologies. But 3 damage, that gets brought down to 1 from Ward, and then Satha gets pulled down 1. We infuse wind. No. Wind. End their turn. Now we're Dwayne. Oh, this guy needs to go. Got money there. And for Dwayne, let's just do a move to grab this loot. On second thought, no, let's go grab this loot instead. We're going to use the boots. That. And then we're going to heal ourselves for 4. Infuse Earth. And end Dwayne's turn. Then with Desmond, we will do move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we give ourselves immobilize. Ignore the disarm, and then we gain an experience to give Raphael a medical pack. Draw one randomly over here. We get one that has heal 3, bless self on the bottom. That will end Desmond's turn and end the round. For round 9, we're just going to use the last cards that we have in our hand for everybody. And we will be going first with Desmond, just doing a little bit of healing. Then with Raphael, we're going to move up a little bit, also heal ourselves a little bit. With Satha, we are going to move up a little and then grant some movement, or I guess first we'll grant movement to Dwayne so that Dwayne can start going after that treasure chest. And then on Dwayne's turn, he will be able to move onto that treasure chest, and we will see what we get in there. Meanwhile, we'll just leave the Wind Demon to die, and let me change the angle of this camera. Okay. Draw. Desmond is up. Desmond does not move. Desmond just does the top of curative mixture. We'll just heal ourselves for 3. And then that's going to end their turn. For Raphael, we will do move 2. Go there. And we will heal ourselves for 4. Actually, sorry, before I do that, that's going to be an invalid move because our summons have to go here, attack 2 poison, -2, it is poisoned. All right. Let's have this summon go 1, 2, 3, maybe? Then for Raphael, we'll go here. And that will end Raphael's turn. The Wind Demon dies, and we leave a money token there. And I also just put in the wrong initiative for Dwayne because I wanted him to go late. I wanted him to go after Satha, so no big deal. We'll just go with Satha first. Let's reorder these. Satha's turn. So Satha is up, and she will grant the movement first. This is going to infuse ice. Not that it really matters. Grant you move 1, 2, 3, 4, because we still take command out, and then we ourselves will just do a move 2 and move 1 onto that money token. All right. And that ends Satha's turn. Now we have Dwayne going. He will move 1, 2, 3 onto this treasure chest. We will see what we unlock. Mountain Pass treasure chest. Dwayne, confirm. Ooh, unstable explosive. This is a one-handed item. We have a hand free. Let me grab this. Oh, heck yeah. That's going to do so well with his power potion that we still have left. Very good. Okay, then that's all we do. Dwayne's done. Round is over. End that round. Dismiss this. Back to this view. For round 10, we'll just long rest with everybody. Go here, draw some cards. Oh, look at that, nothing drawn. Dismiss this for Raphael. And then I will just go through all my characters really quickly. For Desmond, I'm going to lose First Aid. For Raphael, I'm going to lose Submissive Affliction. For Dwayne, I'm going to lose Dirt Tornado. For Satha, I'm going to lose Outmaneuver. Go through each of the characters. They get their 2 healing. Okay, next round. Confirm. Boom. And Dwayne can destroy that obstacle so that he infuses Earth. It should be waning this round. Round 11, we're going to start with Desmond, who's going to go up and give a prescription to Satha for some shield. Satha's going to go into that room. Depending on what's in that room, I may continue into the room. I may back out one, but I have to be careful because at the end of next round, I'm going to start taking hazardous terrain damage from being in this tile. So preferably I start pushing in so that enemies don't prevent me from getting into that this tile down here for too long. Next we'll go with Dwayne, who's going to get backup ammunition out and just progress as far into this room as we can using the bottom of Cataclysm, because that is a great use of that movement right now, and we'll be able to reinfuse Earth for next round. And then with Raphael, we're going to go late, so that way our summons aren't at risk of being attacked, and potentially just get some movement in for us, our summon, and then get an augment out. Let's draw. Desmond starts. We will do the bottom of Curative Mixture first and go 1, 2, 3 there. And then we will get Booster Shot out. That's going to give us 1 experience for Desmond, and then that will end your turn. Satha is going to start with the bottom of Implicable Advance and move 4 spaces. Go 1, 2, 3 onto that door, and we'll have 1 more movement. Let's see what's in here. Fewer enemies than I was expecting in this room, but they are all elites. Go to our Sky Cam, and we have a couple of elite Earth Demons, a couple of elite Wind Demons. Satha is going to be taking a number of pretty beefy attacks, although we are getting pretty lucky here with the Wind Demons generating or infusing wind, and then the Earth Demons are going to be consuming it to end up losing some damage on that attack. We will be immobilized though, but I think that would be okay. It doesn't really matter if I finish this move or not, because I'm going to get pulled in anyway. Why not? Let's just finish it now. So we've moved 4. Now we will do the top of Bring Them Down. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's slightly smarter to do this. I'll actually have moved here. So now we can do the top of Bring Them Down, do an attack 2 on that Earth Demon. Earth Demon number 1. +1. Be 3 damage to number 1. And then we get to strengthen somebody. I will strengthen Desmond. Okay, and then we infuse ice, yes. And then we'll end Satha's turn. Wind Demons are up. This one will move here and then do the attack 5 on Satha. Let's see, 5, ooh, +1. That's 6, but we're shielding for, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take 3 damage. And then we pull 1, goes there. Also infuse the wind. Ooh, this may not have been a good idea. I thought I was going to get pulled by both wind demons, but I'm not. But I already drew the attack modifier for the earth demon, so I'm not going to retcon anything. It's going to be another attack 5 on Satha. Oh, 7. I'll lose a card for that. Oh, wait, actually I have to do this. I do have to do the shield first. Dang, okay, so this gets used up. Brings down to 6. This brings down to 5. In that case, maybe I won't. Oh, geez. All right, I'm going to lose Raise to avoid this damage. And that will end the Wind Demon's turn. I'm so mad at myself. I moved backwards with Satha because I was thinking like, oh, well, I'd rather do this damage to Earth Demon number 1 because then we can try to get him dead more quickly because the summons are going to come in and try to focus that. But then I wasn't paying attention to the pull, and I should have just done the damage to Earth Demon 2, stayed here, and then just allowed my allies to have a path to get into this room. But that's okay. We can get ourselves out of this. Okay, Dwayne is up. We will consume that Earth, gain an experience, and do a move 6, and then we'll be re-infusing Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to use backup ammunition and end Dwayne's turn. Earth Demons are up now. They will be doing this, so it is an attack -2, but this is going to be number 1 doing an attack 3, immobilize on Satha, -1, so 2 damage and immobilize. Okay, then this one will move 1, 2, 3. Also do an attack 3, immobilize, +0. Okay, I think that. Dang, actually, no. I would have used this shield for the first attack and then another shield for this attack. So it would have been 1 damage and then 2 damage. I just need to lose 1 more health. Yeah, maybe I should not have lost that card. Well, this round might just have some mistakes in it. Oh, this is not your card. All right, that ends the Earth Demon's turn. Yeah, Raphael summons are not even going to move up because they don't have a path. So Raphael will go move 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's move this summon up 1, 2, 3 here. And then we will just get our augment out. Get experience. Dang, yep, that ends at Raphael's turn. And that will end the round. I did want to use my stamina potion from Cragheart to be able to get back Cataclysm. I'm going to short rest with Desmond because I really want to get back my card that can strengthen at 15. 3, 2, 1. I will have to lose a health to get that back. Oh, and that is not initiative 15. That is a different card. Okay, so I lose Curative Mixture. All right, for round 12, this is all going to be about trying to set up Cragheart for a huge turn with a bunch of damage. So Raphael is going to start, and the smart thing would be to use the top of Brain Leech to move one of these Earth Demons out of the way and guarantee that I can start getting people in that room. But I am going to do the thing that I will probably regret, which is just setting up for more damage. So I will end up moving this Wind Demon over to here because then I can get everybody in with the top attack of Cataclysm. I'll also be using the bottom of Hostile Takeover because, you know, why the hell not? Probably use that to control one of the Wind Demons. Then when Satha goes, Satha's going to use the top of Spread Their Spirits just so that Desmond can use the bottom of Booster Shot so we can get Strengthen on Dwayne. Plus getting a little bit of Ward on Self will be very nice. Then we'll be using the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics to have, mainly just have Dwayne move down into this spot. On Dwayne's turn, we're going to have him pop Cataclysm, which is going to get paired with our Power Potion. We have that Earth, so it should be 4 attack 7s that we should be able to do at advantage. And then we are also going to be using the bottom of Earth and Clod to do a couple of attack. Those should end up being attack 5s. So I'll probably do them against both of these Earth Demons because we're also going to be using backup ammunition, so we have 2 of them. Then on top of that, we have Unstable Explosives, so we'll be doing attack 3 on both of these as well. Lastly, we're just going to have Desmond go towards the end of the round So that way things should be out of the way a little bit, and he can move in and maybe do the top attack of vaccine. Don't try to talk me out of it. I'm just going to draw, so I stop thinking about it and move on. Okay. Wind demons. Okay, yes, we're going first with everybody but Desmond. That is excellent news. I don't think we'll have Earth around for these. Well, these Earth demons might be dead anyway. All right, great. We will start with Raphael's summons. I could have this rat monstrosity move down to this spot, but I'm not going to do that because I think I want Dwayne to be in that spot. So the summons won't move. Then I will use the top of Brain Leech to control one enemy within range 4. I will pick this Wind Demon over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. And I will go 1, 2 there. I will be consuming that ice. Raphael gains an experience. And that Wind Demon will then do an attack to wound on the other Wind Demon. That's just going to be +1. So that's going to be 3. So only 1 damage and wound. Okay. Then we do the bottom of Hostile Takeover, gain another 2 experience, and let's put our character token on Wind Demon 3. I'm pretty sure I have line of sight there, so let's just do that. Boom. Then we infuse Dark, which we won't do anything with, and that will end Raphael's turn. Next we have Satha. Satha is going to do... Does it matter which one I do first? Let's just do Spare Their Spirits first. So we'll gain a health, get ward. We will get an experience because we're going to allow Desmond to play the bottom of Booster Shot, which will be move 2, move over here, and we will allow him to strengthen Dwayne. That'll go away. Then we use the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics, and the only thing we do with that is we allow Dwayne to move down that 1 space, and that will end Satha's turn. And now we have Dwayne's turn, and I am excited to do this one. We are going to be doing the top of Cataclysm first. We're going to consume the Earth element for this. So that's going to give us 2 experience total. And this is going to turn it into an attack 6, and we will... I just realized we'll be immobilizing Satha, but that's okay. Oh, and then I meant to do Power Potion, so this is all at +1 attack. Let me just put this here so I remember. And we are using Stone Charm to make this happen, so we're attacking from this obstacle and then doing our attack this way. So let's start with Earth Demon 2, attack 7 at advantage. That's +1 or +0. That's going to be 8 to Earth Demon 2. Okay, and immobilize, I'll get that afterwards. Then attack 7 at advantage on Earth Demon 1. +2 and immobilize, or +1, so that's going to be 9 damage. Then we will do Wind Demon number 2. Attack 7 at advantage, +0 or +1, that's going to be 8, -2 from the shield is 6. Then attack 7 at advantage on the other Wind Demon. That was a rolling +1. Was that an obstacle 1? Yeah. So that's already going to be 8, and then we draw another one. 0. Okay, so that's 8 -2 is 6 damage to you. We immobilize all of them. Then we will do the bottom of Earth and Clod and use a charge of backup ammunition. We're going to get another 2 experience. And who do we want to attack? Let's start with Earth Demon 1. This will be an attack 5. Okay, at advantage, -1 or +1 will take 6 damage to you. And then let's do this on the other Earth Demon as well. Attack 5 at advantage, ×2 or +1. That'll be 10 damage to Earth Demon 2. Oh man, this is working out beautifully because now I should be able to clean this up with the bottom of Unstable Explosives and do 2 more attack 3s on each of these 2. Attack 3 at advantage on 1. It's 4 damage. Okay, and then attack 3 at advantage. -1 or +0, 3 damage. Dead. Wow, that was pretty damn good. Okay. That was a ton of damage that round. I can't wait to see the total damage output from Cragheart this round, or this game scenario. Geez. Okay, that is gone, and that finally ends Dwayne's turn. Here, boom. The Wind Demons are up. Number 2 is going to do an attack 6 at range 3 on Satha. Attack 6, it's going to be 7. Ward will bring that down to 3 damage. Then number 3 is going to do the attack 6 on the other Wind Demon. +0, so after shield, it's going to be 4 damage to Wind Demon 2. That kills that Wind Demon. That one is out, replaced with money token. Oh, sorry, that should have been at disadvantage, because I think that one was actually here. So we draw another one, +1. Okay, so we still kill it. That ends the Wind Demon's turn. Then we are on Desmond's turn. I don't really want to collect loot because I want these other characters to collect loot. Can I still complete Desmond's battle goal? He's the only one that I care about, really. Oh, actually, that's going to be hard because I'd have to have, everybody else would have to have 3 loot tokens. I don't think that's going to happen. In that case, let's go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to land here. Get that loot token. So it's 1. And then let's do the top of vaccine. This is going to be an attack 3. We will gain an experience. Because this target is damaged. Actually, an attack 4. Because we do have vital strikes out. Oh, and you are strengthened still. So that's 5 or no. Okay, so it's 5 minus 2 shield. Dang, we almost killed it. Okay, so it's 3 damage. And that will end Desmond's turn. And that will end the round. Yeah, okay, now we have to take hazardous terrain damage. That'll just be 3 damage to Raphael and to Dwayne. I'm going to short rest with Satha, because I want to get back a card that could give me some experience. 3, 2, 1. That's fine. Lose that. Starting to get to our cleanup rounds here. I'm just going to see if I can get some experience. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete anybody's battle goals at this point, but that's fine. Raphael is probably going to dismiss his summon so they don't actually get this kill, and we're just going to move on to one of those loot tokens and take that. Then Desmond is going to turn his attacks into heals so we can get some experience and save that last enemy for Satha to get some experience on. Then when Satha finally goes, we will be able to move Desmond adjacent to that Wind Demon with the top of Implicable Advance, and then grant him an attack 6, which will really be attack 7 from Take Command. That should kill the Wind Demon. And then we will get the Rumbling Advance with Cragheart and get some healing. Okay, this should be the last one. So let's draw. Let's see. Oh, this is hidden. Okay, Raphael is going to go first. We are going to dismiss these summons before they do anything. So these go in our lost pile. Then we will just move these off, do a move 2, grab this loot, and end our turn. Then Desmond is up. We're going to get a total of 3 experience from this. And we're going to heal ourselves. It's just for the heal ability, the same value as the attack. Yeah, okay. So let's heal. And, we can heal Raphael. Here you go, buddy. Oh, dang, shoot. I'm going to do a minor retcon here before anything happens. I'm going to change the cards that I play with Cragheart so we can go early, because I do want him to get attacked by this Wind Demon so we can try to meet Cragheart's personal quest. So the card I'm playing is going to put Cragheart's initiative at 17. I'm just going to finish up Desmond's turn because his turn's not actually going to impact Cragheart, Dwayne, so we'll just finish this up. Yeah, Desmond's turn is done. Now we have Dwayne, who will move 1, 2, 3. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4. Okay. I was like, I thought that was 4. So he gets 1 loot. And then we're not going to do anything with the top of Solidify, so we will end his turn. This token should be gone. And the Wind Demon is going to do an attack 4 on both Desmond and Dwayne. Let's do Desmond first. -1, that's 3 damage to Desmond. Where you at? There we go. Then attack 4 against Dwayne. +1, that's 5 damage. Nice. You take 5 damage. I guess I could have left Dwayne in the hallway and he would have taken the damage and we actually would have been fine. So, wouldn't have actually mattered in the long run. But Wind Demon is done. Satha is up. We use the top of Implicable Advance. We're going to gain 2 experience. We're going to gain 4 experience total, so we'll just gain that all now. The attack does nothing. We will allow Desmond to move there, and then we will use Bottom of the Blade of the North to grant Desmond an attack 7. Oh, not your modifier deck. I need Desmond's. Attack 7, -1, that's 6, -2 from the shield is 4 damage, and we kill all the enemies. I was on the wrong screen. Boom.
The rain of stone finally stops, and you climb up to the Inox's hidden camp, this time inside an actual cave, with passages winding deeper into the mountain. You rifle through the raiders' belongings, but find nothing of interest there, except a notebook full of mad scratchings referencing a voice. You cock your heads and gaze farther down the winding tunnels. A voice? Yes, that sounds familiar. You can almost hear it yourselves. You're just about to light a torch and delve into the tunnels when a booming roar echoes through the skies. You run out and see an enormous winged lizard flying toward Ice Crag Peak, a dead Garalev drooping from its claws. The mountain shakes with a mighty screech, and you leap back inside, dodging the small avalanche of snow-covered boulders bouncing down the cliffs. You clamber out and see the thing land near the top of the peak. It seems the dragon wasn't a figment of local imagination after all, and since you've already made it through the most dangerous part of the trek, you might as well investigate.
Rewards, new scenarios, Ice Crag Ascent, and Echo Chamber. Go back to Secretariat, and we will mark this scenario as completed successfully. Nobody got their battle goals, I don't think. That's okay. I'm usually very good about doing it. I'm just disappointed I didn't do it with Desmond. But I wasn't even thinking about early on collecting 2 loot tokens would mean that everybody else would have to get 3, which was kind of a lot. Let's look at scenario statistics. Whoa, we only did 85 damage with Dwayne? I was expecting that to be a lot more. Desmond had a fairly low damage output, but I was kind of hiding him because he's still doesn't have a lot of health relative to the other party members, so he got no kills. Oof, okay. Oh, well, actually, I guess some of those, like, I think the kill credit for that last Wind Demon actually should have gone to Desmond. Actually, I forget how it works for commanding figures, but it doesn't really matter. All right, let's finish that. Oh, dang, Satha didn't level up? I was really expecting her to hit it. She is about 13 shy. Okay. Do a quick debrief and then we will be on our way. Yeah, I kind of, behind the scenes, honestly, this took me longer than I was expecting to. I was kind of thinking that because I turned down difficulty, it would be quicker for me. But I don't even really think that difficulty necessarily impacts how much time I spend thinking about turns. I think a lot of it's just the number of characters and how many enemies come into play and I think difficulty really just ends up affecting how many cards I have left at the end of the scenario and all that stuff. So it went well overall, though. I wasn't really intentionally doing this, but the rest cycles of all the characters synced up pretty dang well, because in how many times did I rest? Just twice? The couple of times that I rested, everybody rested basically at the same time, except for like 1 or 2 short rests I think I did just to get some cards back. And that last rest cycle there. I could have dragged out the scenario a little bit longer. It's just, I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, but sometimes I kind of forget how much, as you get later abilities for different characters, some of them can just be so extremely powerful. I mean, like that loss action from Cragheart, Cataclysm, like that did so much damage in that last room that it was really, I mean, the multiple losses combined with that power potion and all that stuff, it made this scenario a fair amount easier, and just it should have given me the flexibility to use losses earlier. It's just I'm always hesitant to do that. I probably am a little too hesitant with when I use losses, but that's just how I play. It's a little conservative, and I definitely played some losses earlier than I should have in other scenarios. So I think something I do have to be mindful of, though, is that it's getting to a point where, especially in this one, like, there were some points where it was kind of overcrowded with the number of enemies and the number of allies, and with switching to the summon build for Raphael, that made things a little bit tight, especially with having both Satha, Raphael, and Desmond all want to be in melee. So it is making it a little bit tough to make that work well. It does make me consider that maybe I don't always want to be playing both my summons. I am actually able to keep them alive better than I was expecting. Even we had some enemies with Retaliate, not too many, but the pattern that I've done, the last 2 scenarios of just like summon the rat swarm early and then wait until the next rest cycle, like before you're about to go into the next room, to summon the rat monstrosity. That seems to be a pretty good pattern, because then it keeps your summon that does poison as the one that acts first, and then makes it so that you don't, there's less chance that you're going to lose both summons too early. So I actually do like that play style. It's just there's a lot of tight rooms right now, and a lot of monsters, and a lot of just figures that I am trying to work around. But I do like playing as the Sawbones so far. I forgot how much damage he's capable of putting out. Like, I know I haven't really been doing a lot of that damage, but I've been kind of intentionally shielding him because he just has a small health pool right now and he's not ready to be on the front lines. But as other characters start to retire and he becomes like one of the higher level characters, he'll have more health relative to the others. And he has that flexibility with being able to kind of switch between attacking and healing. And I do like, I mean, he's not capable of outputting quite as much damage as the Silent Knife, especially like if you were to do a ranged Silent Knife build. He can put out a lot of damage, but then he can also do a lot more status effects, negative conditions. He can do we have wound and stun that we can do. He can do a couple of multi-target attacks. And then if he really needs to, we can swap over to getting a bunch of emergency healing. So that could be nice. But I'll be happy when I can really put him at the front lines, feel comfortable with doing that, and let him kind of carry some more of that melee damage. But he just hasn't had to yet. But okay, I'm going to end it there. I thought this went well. Thought the characters meshed pretty well. Took me a while, but I thought it was a fun scenario. Oh, I also, I kind of like the mechanic too of the having to like move from room to room. It gave me less incentive to be long resting. It's not something that I don't want that kind of constraint in every scenario, but in something like this, it felt very thematic. I did, it did change how I played, but not too much so. So I did like that aspect of it. Anyway, all right, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.